good morning everyone, and welcome to another session of FB Live hosted by Craftspace. My name is Joey. I am the craft instructor at Craftspace. Today we are going to continue with our Chinese New Year decoration, especially for the young kids, yeah, because mummies and daddies are busy at home doing spring cleaning and as well as doing some bakings. So the kids can actually contribute to help preparing the house for the Chinese New Year. And some good news is that this year we have more flexibility in terms of celebrating the festive because of the very, I would say, lenient SOP being announced as of yesterday. Yeah, so hopefully with the flexibility given to us and also the what you said opportunity, do remember as well to always take note of personal hygiene as well as personal well-being, and continue to practice the SOP set. Yeah, doesn't mean that it is more lenient now that we can actually forget about all the set or preset SOP. So please make sure we always remember to practice physical distancing, as well as to make sure that you always wear your mask anywhere you go. Yeah, and please remember to bring along a bottle of hand sanitizer as well everywhere you go. Yeah, all right. So what are we going to do today? Now, when it comes to Chinese New Year, of course, being part of the decoration, we have lanterns, we have those table decor. Sometimes we will definitely, for us, we definitely will have some tidbits or cookies or even mandarin oranges displayed on the table, especially the coffee table in our living room, right? So today what we are going to do is we are going to prepare treat box. Now this treat box, not just you can use it not just for displaying the tidbits as well as snacks on your own coffee table. You can actually use it when you want to give someone or your relatives or friends a gift, consisting of all the snacks for Chinese New Year. So it is a good idea to always use recyclable materials and come up with some decorative or some very unique treat box, or we call it as Chinese New Year basket. Because if let's say you go and buy hampers, for example, they will give you baskets, right? So now for us, for example, we don't usually buy the ready pack hamper because there are things that we don't need, and we know that our friends and relatives won't take it. So that is why usually what we do is we will buy what we think or what we feel that is more relevant, and then we will pack them ourselves. Yeah, so when we do the packing, then it depends on how you want to pack it. Now this treat box is going to come in handy if let's say you are doing that. Yeah, so you can actually fit all your cookies or your tidbits into the treat box, and then you can give it away. Previous year, what we do is we prepare baskets using ang pao packets. So this year, we are going to teach you how to do the tiger treat box as a replacement for the basket. After all, this is a tiger year, right? All right, so what are we going to need? We are going to need certain things. Of course, definitely it's going to be all recyclable materials. For those of you who have already signed up with us or pre-registered with us, I'm sure you already have the material list. Don't worry if let's say you do not have all the items, because we are going to find alternatives if let's say you need it, all right? Now for those of you who just joined us, don't worry, we are going to go through the material list as well, so that you can actually prepare them. And if let's say you have difficulty following the progress of the live, don't worry as well, because you can always watch the replay. All right, so let's go through all the materials that we will be needing. Okay, first and foremost, we will need cereal box. The proper cereal box will be a good one. so that we can actually make full use of the whole cereal box, right? If let's say you do not have cereal box, you can actually use ang pao packet as a replacement. Now this cereal box, we will need 2. If let's say you have 2, that will be good. Otherwise, then 1 is good enough. What we are going to do is the base for the treat box will come as we will use the cereal box, yeah, as the base. So if let's say you do not have cereal box, you can use ang pao packet, which I am going to use because I do not have the proper cereal box this time round, yeah. So we are going to use the ang pao packet. But if let's say you have cereal box, please use the cereal box because it's much more sturdy in that sense, yeah. So cereal box, and then after that we will need a little bit more cardboard, or if let's say you have those tissue boxes or face mask boxes, you can use them because those will be for our face for the tiger, as well as the feet and hands, yeah. So that is one part of it. And then, of course, for those of you who are using ang pao packet as the treat box, so we will need ang pao packets, yeah. Probably we will need a lot of them, yeah. But in each ang pao packet, each box, small boxes, depending on how many slots you want to put, 1 slot of it, we will need 5 ang pao packets, yeah. So if let's say you have 4 slots, then we will need 20, yeah. Right, so that is another one. And then after that, if let's say you have cardboard, you can find those thinner type of cardboard, yeah, corrugated cardboard, because corrugated cardboard, they comes in different thickness, yeah. So try to get as thin as possible so that it's easier for you to cut. All right, and then after that, of course, we have our companion, the scissors as well as the cutter. We may need to use masking tape. So if let's say you have masking tape, please get it ready. Otherwise, you can use cellophane tape. Now, we do not encourage you to purposely go and buy cellophane tape. If there is any tapes that you need to buy to use, please make sure you buy masking tape, paper tape, or cloth tape, because cellophane tape is actually single-use plastic, yeah. But if let's say your house already have it, then please use it. Otherwise, then it will be a waste as well. All right. Now, next, we will need glue. Either a hot glue gun or Yoo-hoo glue is good. And then we may need pencil, eraser, as well as ruler for us to draw the base as well as the tiger, right? And we also need some colored papers if you have, yeah. So it depends on what color you want. Perhaps you can actually get a few colors. This color paper is for us to actually wrap the gift box or the treat box. Now, bear in mind, if let's say you do not want to use colored paper, you can always paint them. But if let's say you want to use colored paper, then you will need to use glue stick so that you can actually stick the color paper on top. Now for us, we are going to use color paper today. Yeah, because we have a lot of leftover papers that we use to do craft, yeah. So we are going to use all that, all right? Okay, so different colors. It depends on what color you want your tiger to be. Then you can select it, different colors, all right? So I hope we are ready to start. First thing first, we will do the treat box. Now for us, we are going to do probably 4 slots. Yeah, so 4 slots means we will have, it depends on whether you want all 4 slots to be combined together as one big square, or you can do 2 in front and 2 at the back. Means that you can have two different rectangle, yeah, 1 in front, 1 at the back. Okay, so that one is entirely depends on you. Now, if let's say you are using a cereal box, what you need to do now is you need to cut the cereal box into half, okay? Before you cut, let's measure. We will say for the cereal box, I think 8 cm height is good enough. It's deep enough for you to put your treats, yeah? Otherwise, then it will be too shallow, then it's difficult because the treats may overflow. Yeah, so 8 cm is good enough. So for those of you who are using ang pao packet, all you need to do is find those square ang pao packets. Yeah, and then after that we will fold it down. Okay, so like I mentioned, we will need 5 ang pao packets per slot. Yeah, 5 ang pao packet per slot or per square. So we will have 4 squares, which means we will need 20 ang pao packets. Now, if let's say you have those long one, all you need to do is find the square, yeah, fold it in a triangle before you cut. So fold it in a triangle so that you can get a good square, then you cut off the balance. This one you should be able to cut too, yeah, so you don't waste. Basically, you just do this and then you cut off, right? So we need squares. In terms of the design it doesn't matter, yeah. For us, we just use whatever leftover ang pao packets we have, because over the years we have accumulated a lot of ang pao packets, especially if let's say you go to the banks and anywhere when you do purchases, yeah, they will definitely give you ang pao packets. So if you do not use them, then this will be sitting in the cupboard. So for us, every year we will do decorations using ang pao packets as well. So we have, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 per slot. What we need to do is we need to stick this together to make it into a square box. Yeah, a square box. So that this is where your masking tape comes in handy. If let's say you do not want to use masking tape, all you need to do is you can stick this part onto the other piece. You can stick it like this. Alternatively, you can stick it the other way around. If let's say you want your inner part looks nice, okay? Ultimately, the bottom we are going to cover it with a layer of thin cardboard or cereal box. Why? Because we need it to be able to stand or withstand the weight. Yeah. So the bottom part, you don't have to worry for now. All right. So this is how we are going to stick it on. So first and foremost, we are going to put the hot glue over this side. Yeah, over this side. So let's quickly put some glue. If you do not want to use hot glue at this stage, you can use glue stick, yeah. So this is one part. And then we are going to stick it like this. All right. So we are going to put more glue. And then stick it on. Okay, I am going to stick all 4 parts, and then after that, I am going to share with you how it will look like after this. Okay. So this is the last one. So basically, now it looks like this. Okay. So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to fold this upwards and make it into a square, like this. All right? And then here, how we are going to stick it on, you can use masking tape or any tape to stick it on first, right? So what we do is we will stick it on with a bit of masking tape. Okay. And then after that, you just tape it at the side, like this, to make it into a square. Okay, so one side done, you do another side. Now at this point, it doesn't matter if let's say it doesn't look as nice, because later on, most of the parts you will not be able to see it, yeah, because it will be covered by either the face, the feet, or the colored paper, right? Okay. So almost done. One more piece of masking tape and we are done. All right. So this is how it looks like now. So this is how we want it. So this one is big enough. So you can have 2 side by side or 4 and combine it into a big square. Okay. So we are going to ask Annie to help us to do another 3 more of this. Okay. And then after that, you can also do this later on. Yeah. Main thing is now we are going to do the face as well as the feet first. All right. So this is done. Right. Next thing, we will need cereal box. Again, if let's say you have, otherwise then thin cardboard will do because we are going to draw the face for the tiger, right? So depending on how you want your tiger face to look like, it can be round shape, it can be oval shape, it can be square shape. It's up to you because ultimately you can make it as cute as you want because this is handmade, yeah. So when it comes to handmade, it doesn't have any restriction as in how or any limitation, yeah, on how creative you can be, right? So as long as you're comfortable with it, you like it, then it should be done in that manner, right? So we are going to make full use of this whole piece of cardboard. This is a thin cardboard similar to the cereal box, yeah. So what we are going to do, we are going to draw the face first of the tiger, right? So my tiger is going to be a little bit oval, plus then the ear as well as a little bit of whiskers jutting out or showing out, okay? So I am going to draw my tiger, the face, then after that I'm going to show it to you so that it's easier for you to see, all right? Okay, so of course the tiger should have 2 big ears. And then after that, over face, and then whiskers, the other side as well. Right, and then we're going to do over face as well. All right, so this is how my tiger face is going to look like for now, okay? And then after that, we are going to cut this out, okay? So let me just show it to you first so that you can also draw. If let's say you want to follow the shape, okay? So over, a little bit over shape, and then 2 ears at the side, okay? 2 ears at the side, and then a little bit over at the bottom, both sides, and then 3 whiskers on each side, and then here we will join the part with oval shape again. So far so good, right? And then we are going to cut this out. So when we cut, it depends whether you want the outline or no outline, yeah? Because if let's say you use black marker, then definitely you will have the black outline. So you can decide whether you want to keep the outline or not. But it doesn't matter because ultimately the face is going to be covered by colored paper or paint, yeah? So let's quickly cut this off. And then after that, we can stick the color paper on it. Okay. All right. So this part may take a little bit of time, yeah, but it's okay. If let's say you need to have a look again at the template, yeah, let us know, then we are going to show it to you again. Okay, so one side is done. I'm going to cut the down part. Okay. All right. Okay, whiskers. Please be very careful with the whiskers because it is pointy and it's very thin. So when you cut, you have to make sure that you don't cut off the whiskers, like, yeah. Okay. Okay, almost done. Right, a little bit more, and we are going upwards. And we are done. Okay. All right. So this is face so far, both sides. Next thing is we need to stick, or you can paint the face the color that you want. Okay, the base color first. So for example, if let's say you want a yellow tiger or a pink tiger, so you paint it either pink color or you stick it with pink color paper. So for us, we are going to stick it with yellow color paper. Okay. Alternatively, you can have both sides different, because one side, depending on how you want your treat box to be, because like I mentioned, you can have one big square treat box in front of the face, yeah, or you can have two in front, two at the back. So if let's say you do two front, two back, means both sides you need to have face. Otherwise, then you won't be able to see. Okay. If let's say you only want it one side, then make sure you put here. Now, the how many treat boxes you want to put in is also up to you, yeah. How many slots? If let's say your box is very big, then I will suggest you put only two, okay, next to each other. If your box is small, like those cereal box size, yeah, the depth of the cereal box, then I think it will be good if let's say you have 4 slots. Now, of course, for cereal box, it's long, right? It's a rectangle size. What you need to do is you need to slot in a cut in between to make it 4 slots. Or you can just leave it so that you have 2 rectangle. So it is really depends on you what you want to put in. Then you can decide the size or the shape, or how many slots you want. In fact, you can have 6 slots if you want. If let's say you have a lot of treats or tidbits that you want to put in, yeah, right? So this is what we are going to do now. We are going to stick this on before we cut, because it will be easier, yeah. So I will try to do it both sides. Let's see. No, it's not enough. So one side first, okay? So I'm going to do one side first, and then I am going to stick it on using the paper glue. Yeah, glue stick. Can I have the glue stick, please? So for this, if let's say you are going to stick it on using paper, so glue stick is good enough, yeah. Okay, so what you do, put glue onto main thing is the side, yeah. The side you have to put a lot of glue so that it sticks. Okay, and then a little bit in the center. All right, and then after that you can stick it on. Now when you stick, try to stick it from the side, yeah, so that we don't waste the paper. Even though it is actually a recycled paper, but don't waste it, because we can still make full use of what is at the bottom. If let's say you stick it onto the middle part, then technically the whole paper is, you can't use it for other things already, okay? So one side done, right? So we are going to cut it off again. You can, In fact, if let's say you want to stick it both sides, you can do so, then only you cut. Let's see whether we have another piece of paper that is big enough so we can actually do it at the same time. You don't have to make it the same color if you do not want. Yeah. Right. So we have this same color. So I am going to stick it both sides, then cut it together. Right. To save time. Yeah. Otherwise, then there will be a lot of time spent on cutting alone. Yeah. So both sides. We can do it together. Okay. Put glue all over. And then stick it on. So now both sides. Okay, now we can cut. Make sure that it's thick. Okay, when we cut, again, we have to be very careful so that you don't cut extra, yeah, because now you can only see, you can only gauge it, yeah, by the thickness of your cardboard. Okay, so you just have to cut it. Cut only the paper, yeah. Okay. 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 Sometimes when it is round, you can't turn, then you cut from the other side. So it's easier for you. Okay, same thing for the whiskers side. If you can't turn because the paper is or your scissors, you can't gauge it, so you cut from right to left instead of left to right. Okay. So these are all motor skill because sometimes we just need to be a little bit creative in terms of cutting and holding, know where to, or I would say the direction of the scissors, yeah. Because a lot of kids sometimes when they are so used to cutting from left to right or right to left, then they cannot turn the other way around. Yeah, so this is where we also have to guide them. If let's say places where it is very thin or not really a straight line sort of thing, you have to use the other side, the other way around to cut it. Yeah. So I am at the whiskers side now. So we cut off a little bit because the whiskers is a bit too thick. Okay, the other whiskers. All right, and the last whiskers. Okay, and then we go back upwards. Okay, so one side done. This side we have to continue on to fix the whiskers. Okay. One side done. And the other side. Okay, so both sides is done. Trim it off. Make it look balanced. All right. So now both sides of the face is done. Now we need to do the inner ear, the eyes, the nose. Yeah. So this is what we are going to do next. So let's put everything one side. And then here, if let's say you want it to be a little bit more 3D, all you need to do is you stick the color paper onto the piece of cardboard, yeah, then only you stick it on, right? Then it will look a little bit more 3D. Otherwise, you can just straight away draw the parts and then straight away stick it on. Then it looks a little bit more 2D, right? So the thickness of the cardboard also will affect how 3D it looks, yeah. The thicker it is, then of course it looks more 3D, right? So we are going to do inner ear. Yeah, inner ear will be a little bit same shape, around the same shape as your outer ear, but smaller, right? So this one, I think we will use orange color. Yeah, so we will use orange color. I am going to do it here. So what I need to do is I will stick it on first, then I will draw, and then I will cut it off so that we don't waste time. I am going to do both sides because front and back, so that is why I will need two sides of the cardboard. I need to stick it on both sides. So we will just need a little bit, yeah, no need to be a lot. So that is why I think this one is good enough. So let's put on glue onto the cardboard first, yeah, and then stick it on. And then we put glue the other side. And then stick it on. Okay. And then after that, we need to draw 4 inner ears, yeah. If let's say you do only one side, then 2 is enough. If let's say you do both sides, then you need 2 in front and 2 at the back, right? So let's draw the inner ears. Okay, so 1. Okay. Again, it is the same shape as your outer ear, it's just at smaller size. Yeah. So we will cut off one first, then after that we will use that to trace it for the second one, so that we make sure that both sides are same size. Okay. So this is the first one. Yeah. And then after that we are going to do the second one. So I am going to straight away hold it on and cut. Then I don't have to draw the second one. Okay. So trim it off. So now we have 2. Okay. So I am going to do the third and the fourth one. Let me see where is the sides. Okay. By doing this way, you can actually help to practice your cutting skill, especially, yeah, because a lot of kids, they cannot hold and cut actually. So of course, if let's say it's a very thin paper, then they will need practice. Otherwise, then you can just stick it onto the hard cut and then let them hold on to one sample and then straight away cut and don't have to trace it. Yeah. Of course, if let's say the kids are too young, then you still need to use one and then trace and then only cut. Okay, so we have 3 now. We need another one more. Right, so let's see. Is it good enough? No, this one. Okay, so we will use here. Yeah, okay. So let's cut this off. Okay. Right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4, and then now we put all the rubbish one side, and then we can start to stick it onto our tiger. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. So one side at a time. Okay, one side is done. Okay. Right. So now we are going to do this side, both ears as well. Right. Okay. So now our ears are done. Next, we need to do the black spots, yeah, stripes on the face. So this one you can actually draw, or you can actually cut black color paper and then stick it on. Okay. So we are going to take black color paper and stick it on, so that it's faster. So this part, usually what we do is we will for the Chinese, if let's say you know Chinese character, we are going to draw the word Huang. Yeah. The Wang is actually from the emperor's word, yeah, Wang. Okay. So how we do is we fold the paper half. Okay. I'm not sure we'll be able to see with this color, but let's do this color first. Yeah. So we fold the paper half, but because we need two, so I am going to cut together so that it's easier. So I need two pieces of paper, and then after that I will fold half and half. Yeah. So half and half piece of the paper each side, and then after that I am going to draw, I'm going to put the word first. Okay. Okay, later on I will show it to you. When you draw this, it is as if you are drawing a big E. Yeah. It's actually capital E. Okay. Can we have black color pen? So it's easier for you to see. Alright, thank you. So this part, this is how it looks like. Yeah. So it's a capital letter E. Right. So now what you need to do is hold up to paper, because we also want to save some time. Yeah. And then we start to cut. Okay. So So let's cut it off. Now, I do not know why when we do tiger, for especially the Chinese, yeah, they will always put huang as the stripes. If let's say you know, please let us know, yeah. So once we cut, then it looks like this, okay? Both sides. Now, when we open it up, then you have this, okay? Then now, all you need to do is you stick it on in the middle part. Then it's like, this is like emperor tiger, yeah. Okay, so you stick it on to the middle part. So since I've already done with blue color, so I am going to stick it on with the blue color. Okay, so put some glue. And then stick it on. Okay, one side done, the other side. Okay. Okay. Both sides done. So next thing is we need the nose. So we will do the nose first. So the nose, it's up to you what color you want. We will do with black. So this nose is actually upside down triangle, or you can put heart-shaped nose if you like, because I know kids, right? So they will always make heart-shaped nose. It's up to you, right? So again, if let's say heart-shaped nose, you can actually fold it half, and then you draw a C, then a sort of like, I wouldn't say it's a C, but it's a, how would I put it? Let me just show you. Okay, so what you do is you cut it like this. Okay, like a teardrop, a raindrop. Okay, so this is half. So when you open it up, then you will have a full heart. Yeah, so this is where you will draw. Yeah, both sides. So pointy at the bottom, and then here is a little bit inner, yeah, and then curve upwards. So when you open it up, then it is a heart shape. Then you can actually stick it onto your tiger, right? So this is one. So since I have already done this, and I'm going to stick it on. So stick it on to the middle part, because after all, this is your nose. The other nose, I am going to do a upside down triangle shape, yeah. So I am going to also do it half, okay? Upside down triangle, right? So a little bit trimming, make the shape a little bit more prominent. Okay. Right, so this one we are going to stick it on to the other side. So we have two different shapes of nose. Stick it in the middle as well. So one side with heart-shaped nose, the other side with a triangle nose. So it's up to you how you want to do it, yeah? Then next, we are going to draw the mouth. So the mouth, you can use the black marker, and then you can just draw something like this, okay? The other side as well. And then after that, you need to add on a few spots, yeah, like this. okay, for both sides. Okay. So once done, you can draw the eyes. Okay, eyes is up to you how you want to draw. Smiley eyes, or with eyelash, if let's say you want it to be with eyelash. Okay. Or you can always do a big eyes. If let's say you have googly eyes, you can stick the googly eyes. Otherwise, then you can cut round color, white outer eye, and then the smaller inner eye as you can use black color. Okay. So for us, we are going to do just like this. Right? Then after that, we need to add on more spots at the side. Otherwise, then it looks more like a cat than a tiger. Okay? So now what we do is we add on more spots for the side. Yeah? So that part, we need tiny long triangle. Okay? Something like this. Okay? Something like this. And then after that, you can stick it on. Let's stick it on with paper, with a glue stick. So all sides, for both sides, you need to do it, yeah, like this. Okay, so one side done. Now we are going to do this side, and then back as well. Okay, so let's do this first, and then we are almost there. So in terms of the stripes, it depends on you how many stripes you want to put. Usually we will put 2 or 3. Also, it depends on how much space you have. Yeah. So if let's say you have more space, then you can put 3. Otherwise, then you put 2. So here we put 2. If let's say we put 3, then it will be too much. Yeah. Okay. It will cover the whiskers. But if let's say you have enough space, then you can put 3. Okay. Or you can do one side 2, one side 3. I mean, if let's say you are doing both sides, yeah. Okay, so one side is done. Then we are going to the other side of the face. Okay, and then one more. And then technically our face is done. Okay. Right, so both sides done. Okay, so we will put this one side, and then we will do the feet. So the feet, again, we are going to use cardboard. Okay, we need, depending on, again, you have both sides, then you need 2 sets, yeah, of feet. Otherwise, then one set will do. Okay, so we are going to do one side first, and then on the other side, we are going to complete it after the FB Live, because it's the same process. So what we do is we cut some of the cardboard off, and then after that, we can start to draw the feet. Depending also how big you want your feet to be. This may not be enough, so we need both sides. So feet wise, it's a paw print, yeah. So what we do is we can draw it big if you want, otherwise then you can draw it small. So let's see. I will draw this one, and then after that I will show you, and then after that you can draw it. Okay, so let's take marker so that it's easier for you to see. Okay, so you have 3 clouds, yeah, on top, round shape, and then at the bottom, just like a cupcake, yeah. Then after that, you can cut it off. Again, when it comes to leg, you can have a different color. You need not follow the color of your body as well, yeah. So it depends on you. Ultimately, there is no restriction, like I said, when it comes to creativity. As long as you are happy with it, then that should be good. Okay, so this should look like this. So for those of you who wants to stick on different color, then you can stick it on different color. So all 2 side of the foot or paws should be the same size. Yeah, so what you do is you can use this, and then you can put it onto another cardboard and then trace it. Yeah, then you will have both sides same. So for us, we are going to keep our feet white. So I am going to trace another one, and then after that I will straight away cut it. Okay. Okay, so let's cut this off. Both sides. And then after that, we are going to put the tiny inner paw, yeah. Okay, so both sides. Can use black as well if I want, because one side is white, one side is black. I should use the black one, I think. Okay, then after that, you can do tiny circles. The tiny circle, I am going to use pink color. All right, so we will need 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, so each side of your paw should have 4. So in total, we will need 8. So I will draw one, and then I will cut. This one, what we do is I will use a cap, and then I will draw the shape. Okay, I will trace the shape out before. Okay, can see? Okay, so what we do is, if it depends on how many circles you want. So from one piece of paper, small piece of paper, you can fold half, 1 time, 2 time, and 3 times in order for you to get to 8 circles. Yeah. Then after that, hold on tightly and in the middle, and then you can cut it off. Okay. And then you should have 8 round shapes. But when you hold this, you gotta hold it very tight, because if you don't hold it tight, then your shape will be out, yeah? So we have all 8 here. So what we do is, we are going to stick it on one by one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so one side is done. So we do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so both sides of the feet is done. Right, so we put this one side. Okay, so now let's come back to the boxes or the slots. So like I said, if let's say you want it to be all in front, so your box arrangement should be like this, yeah? Your slot arrangement should be like this. Okay, so 2 on each side. Then you stick everything together like this. Alternatively, you can have just like this. Okay, so what you do is something like this, both sides, and then your face and your feet is here, right? Okay, or if let's say you want to be the same, you want to do the same arrangement, yeah, like me. So what I am going to do is, I am going to stick this both sides together first. You can use masking tape to secure it first, yeah. Then you use hot glue gun to stick it on together. So it is more aligned in that sense, because sometimes when we want to put together, it may not look that it is aligned. Yeah, so that's why usually what we do is, we want things that are more aligned, then we will stick masking tape first. You can remove it later on, yeah, once it is done. Okay. And then we do for the next side. Okay. Put together. Align it properly. Okay. And then after that, put hot glue inside. Then stick it on, let it dry. Okay, so here you can stick a piece of colored paper if you want, otherwise then you can leave it as is, yeah. And then in the middle here you can put a ribbon if you want, yeah. So what we do is, we are going to stick our face here like this. So we are going to put a bit of hot glue here, and then stick it on. Okay, let it dry, both sides. Okay, let it dry first, so that you won't be so messy after that. Then after that, we put glue at the side around it to secure it more. So this one, my one, if you can see it, it is like this. So one side on each side of the face, yeah. 2 slots on each side of the face. So it's like this. So when you see from the side, it's like this. This is your face, and then you have 2 slots in front and 2 slots at the back. You can do the same. Otherwise, then you can have your face. If let's say you only do one side, then you can have your face at the end here. So it's totally up to you. Now this side, you can cover it with paper, depending on what color paper you want. Yeah, you can cover it like this. Make sure it is the same shape as your ang pao packet or your cereal box. Okay. So make sure it is the same height. Okay. Now the bottom part, because like we said that if let's say you are using ang pao packet, this one is quite soft. Okay. So what you can do is you can use cardboard, cut the same shape, and then stick it on. Yeah, stick it on to make it hard, and then only you stick on another piece of paper, colored paper, yeah, to make it look nicer. All right. So part off is done. Yeah. Then now you need to put your feet. So your feet, you can put it here. Okay. Depending on how you want your feet to be. So if you want it to look cute, then you can put different shapes. You can even put it a little bit outside here like this. Okay. Not to make it all the way in. Okay. Right. So you can make it put outside like this. So it depends on how you want to arrange your feet. So for me, I think I want to put it like this. Okay, so let's put it one. Again, and then the other side. So this is how it looks like now. And then of course the side, you can actually add the top part or the side part. Later on you can actually add ribbons. Yeah, just put a thin strip of ribbons at the side. Okay, then it will look more premium looking. Otherwise then this should look good. If let's say you have transparent cellophane tape that you have at home, if you use that as to stick it on, then you technically you don't even have to add on the color paper. It will look as good. Yeah. If let's say you have, like myself, I have masking tape, then it will look nicer if let's say you add on a piece of paper, or you can actually use those gold color paper or gold color ang pao packet if you have, to add on to the side to make it look more on in that sense. Okay, so both sides you can do. Then your treat box basically is good to go. So you can have one side cookie, one side maybe mandarin orange, and then this side can have sweets, and then have peanuts, and then you're ready. Then this one, you can actually put it onto your coffee table. It will look good, yeah, because Chinese New Year, everyone is gathering around the coffee table, watch TV or chit chat among the family members, yeah. So this will look really stand out, yeah, because most of the people that I know, usually they will buy the ready-made storage containers to put the tidbits as well as snacks, yeah. So for you, it's very unique because you are already doing this, yeah. So this definitely would stand out. Now, if let's say you are giving it away as a hamper to your friends and family, so what you need to do is make sure that all sides of this, you take a piece of cardboard to layer it so that it makes it more sturdy for transport purpose, yeah. Otherwise, then it should look good. But make sure the bottom part, you need to cover it with cardboard. Yeah, all right, good. Nice. So I would expect to see all of your creations. Show it to me if you have. Share it with me by sending us a photo, and then we will publish it in our Facebook page so that more people can actually see your creation. At the same time, they can also find inspiration from all of your creations, because at the end of the day, everyone's creativity is different. Yeah, so this may be my way, your way may be different. So but doesn't mean that because you are a kid then you are not able to give inspiration to others. Yeah, so we take every creativity as an independent how would I say, what is that word called? I'm running out of the word. Creativity as on their own, yeah, as individual, not because you are an adult means that you are more creative than a kid. No, okay. So for us is every creation has their own feeling and own thought, right? So don't worry if let's say you feel that oh, this is not as per what teacher Joey is doing. No, this is just a guideline for you. All right, ultimately we will hope to see a different design from what we have come up with. Yeah, so that is our main goal. We guide you, but we do not want to fix or set a restriction. This is how it should look like. No, that is not our intention. Our intention is for us to give you the freedom to think out of the box when it comes to creativity, so that you can come up with your own design, your own color combination, as well as however you want to put it on to make it your own unique masterpiece. That is our goal, right? So hopefully you enjoy the session. It's taking a little bit longer time, but because this is a very unique creation, so that is why we want to take a little bit long time to explain the process so that you can actually use this instead of buying gift bags or gift boxes as a gift or a present to your loved ones, right? So you can actually use this and make your own. It doesn't take a long time. If let's say you are making multiples, then it should be fast enough. Yeah. So try to make it on your own because it creates more uniqueness in that sense. Handmade items, for me, handmade items are always far better than those pre-made or those factory produced. Yeah, so that is why we always encourage kids to give handmade items. Of course, there may not be a lot of people who actually appreciate handmade, but that is mindset that we are trying to change as well, so that everyone knows that when it comes to handmade, it is not just the money involved, it's also the thoughts, yeah, the time that we spend, the effort that we put in, that is more important. It has emotional feeling in it. Yeah, it is not just monetary, right? So I hope that you have enjoyed the session. Next week is going to be another Chinese New Year decoration preparation. Yeah, we are going to do another lantern, but this time we are using the traditional, or I would say our culture from China. Yeah, the culture of paper cutting, or in Japanese we call it kirigami. Yeah, so paper cutting is actually a process that we, like what we did just now with this word here. We fold it half, or we fold it actually a few times, and then we cut. When we open it up, then it will be a different shape. So next week, that is what we are going to do, right? So I will see you next week. Until then, have a good weekend, and if let's say you are going out, please make sure you follow straightly on the SOP. Yeah, I will see you next week, same time. Bye bye.